Kelvin, for this team to find a way when a lot of things weren't going right in this environment, what does that say about this group?
Yeah, I mean our kids just kind of hung in there. We were doing the things that we thought we had to do to win. But Sharp is a 45% three-point shooter. He had a lot of really clean looks. He couldn't make one. Keeping them from scoring on the offensive glass, keeping them out of transition, and not turning the ball over. We've always prided on ourselves on taking care of the ball. At backcourt of Bradley and Love and Lewis, they're very handsy in a good way because they use their athleticism. They get a lot of steals. But, we worked really hard this week in playing with the ball out in front of us when we got by them because they like to come from behind and punch it out. But, sometimes you're not always sure what's going to work when you go into the game. You have a handful of things that watching film, you said, okay, I think we can get this, we get that. And then once the game starts, the game usually will tell you what will work, what will happen. And, we were loaded up. We call it C-spacing on one side of the floor. And we played 2-on-2, and they were in drop coverage, and Milos kept getting downhill with his floater. And I thought his swagger got better as the game went on. LJ's, he's in his second year in this program, and he knows exactly how we play. Arizona's a good team. We're a good team. We just happened to come out ahead today.
LJ, Milos, they went up 7 there in the second half, and then the next 12 points were the two of you. Can you kind of just maybe the patience there to wait for your shots to start falling and sort of how big that run was there?
Basketball is a game of runs. We knew they was going to go on their runs, and we knew it was going to be a time where we go on ours, but the main thing was just having the confidence to take the shot. That's how you win on the road. You just got to be confident in your abilities and take what's there, and that's what we did.
Was there a key for either of you guys, just the way you were able to kind of break through them offensively in the second half that wasn't happening in the first half?
I think it was just being more aggressive. Sometimes we pass up shots to try to get a better shot, but it gets to a point in the game where sometimes you got to take the first look that's there, and I felt like later in the game that's what we started doing, just taking advantage of the first opportunity.
Kelvin, did this feel similar to the atmosphere to when you would come here with Washington State years ago?
It's hard to compare because that was 30 years ago. I was last. The only good thing ever happened to me during that time is we beat UCLA in here. I think it was the first year of the Pac-10 tournament. I think Walt Hazzard was coaching UCLA. You got to check me on that. I think I'm right, though. I think I'm right. And then we won some NCAA tournament games. But, Tommy's doing an awesome job. This is one of the special venues, I think, in the country. Back east, they talk a lot about Duke's place, and rightfully so. Allen Fieldhouse, rightfully so. But there's nowhere quite like Arizona out here. It's a special place.
When you talked about how tough it is to win on the road in this league, to have 2 wins this year where you're at Allen and here, does that sort of say how your guys rise to the occasion when you need to?
Yeah, I think we're really good at staying in the moment when everybody else is somewhere else. I talk to these kids, and it's not just about basketball lessons, but life lessons. If you focus on what's in front of you and not what's ahead of you, you usually make better decisions. You know, we've been very fortunate. We could have easily lost the Central Florida game. You know, we're down 1 with 3 seconds to go. We execute a side out of bounds play and was very fortunate there. Kansas, I'm still trying to figure out how we won that game. I mean, that was a game that things had to go your way. So we got lucky. We've gotten lucky a couple of times. But, whether we're winning or losing, I don't think it affects our preparation or our culture or how we go about our business. I tell people all the time I'm the luckiest guy in the world because I coach in a team full of guys. It'd be awesome to have your daughter date. Not marry now. That's another thing. But you would be proud of the character of this team. It's a high character team. We don't have wild swings in our moods or, I can go in every day and coach basketball, and I never have to worry about coaching attitude or effort, and that's a blessing for a coach.
Kelvin, you were given a number 2 seed today in the first, NCAA thing. Arizona number 3. Does that mean anything now?
Probably not. We've been a 1 seed a few times, I think. I think the most important thing I've learned about seeding over the years is just I'd rather have health than seed. When I pray, I don't pray for to be a 2 or 3 or 1. I just pray that we can stay healthy. When we got to the tournament last year, Tugler broke his foot in February. You saw what he's capable of. We lost him, we lost Arsenault, and then we lost Shed. So for us, it comes down to just if this team stays healthy. We like a lot of other teams in the country. We have a good team. I don't know that we have a great team. We played Auburn, we played Alabama, we played at Arizona, we played at Kansas. Our team's pretty good at figuring out what's next and getting ready and focusing on that. Nobody gets giddy or crazy when we win a game. I mean, we've won enough games to appreciate it.
Well, in the Big 12, you guys are 2 games up now, 6 to go. How do you all feel about that?
Nothing. I mean, that's something that for us, it's when I get my laptop set up, I'm sure I'll find enough things that we didn't do well tonight. Like you said, our offense the first half. Now, we got some good looks. We didn't make them. And one of the keys tonight was transition defense, and they scored 18. I mean, they're the best transition offensive team we've played. But one of the things that was really important for us was pace. We needed to get this game at our pace. We always talk. We taught our kids in terms of 10-minute intervals, not the media timeouts, but 10-minute intervals. If we can keep them around somewhere around 15 points each 10 minutes, it's usually going to come out around 60. If it gets into if it's in the high 50s, low 60s, even mid 60s, we think we have a good chance to win.
Milos, your coach said that he felt like your swag got better as the game went on. What do you think he means by that?
Just playing with more aggression. Throughout the game, he was telling me I might have to go get 20 tonight. So I'm just trying to do whatever it takes, honestly, to win. And then this team is so selfless. They want me to do that. So.
Kelvin, by the naked eye, it would seem that you guys wear teams down late. Do you think you did that to them today?
I think one of the things that I can't speak for them, but I think for us, we emphasize so much the last 30 minutes of practice in October. A lot of guys wear down as practice goes on because they're allowed to. Our last 30 minutes of practice is no different to me than our first 30 minutes. Accountability is an important thing in a program. There's not a lot of discussion when it comes down, to how hard we play, how hard we compete. But that last 30 minutes, I mean, El came from Baylor, and Milos came from Oklahoma. The fact that these guys are highly intelligent kids, whether it's on the court or off, they chose to come here. You know, I mean, they chose us, and we recruited them. They said, "Look, I'm going to Houston, and here's why." And they've both gotten a lot better in terms of competition. There's a big difference in playing hard versus competing. You know, the really tough teams will compete. And, you know, it's a 40-minute game. You know, they separated some from us. A lot of us, you know, they were making shots and we weren't. We were both getting basically the same shots. Bryant made a couple threes. Sharp was, what was he tonight from the three? Shooting 45%. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the country. He's 0 for 6. And I think he was pretty much open. But that's going to happen, especially when you go to a tough place to play. But I always felt like we had the game at our pace. I didn't know that we would win it, but I knew that if we kept spreading the ball around, you know, we exhausted him on our push series. We exhausted L and something else. We went to Juan. Terrence made 2 big free throws. Javier had 7 rebounds. JoJo was JoJo. I don't know how to explain him sometime. But our team does a good job of staying connected, whether it's against Kansas or even Texas Tech. I mean, they played awesome when they beat us. I mean, hats off to them. They were awesome. But our kids stayed connected in that game. We just got beat.
I got time for one more question.
Hey, Coach. What do you think were the key factors to your guys' win, and then how do you guys plan to build on the strengths for future games?
I think the biggest factor for us is we play the way we play. You know, how you saw us play that's how we play just about every game. We're not always pretty. You know, if somebody were to describe our team, I'm not sure how somebody else would that's never seen us, but our kids understand what it takes to win, you know, no matter who we're playing or no matter where we're playing. But I think teams have to earn the right to win. I mean, at some point you have to earn it. And our kids, they practice the right way. They stay connected. We have no egos. And I think for us, it's continuing to control the controllables. For us, that's our defense, our effort, and our rebounding. You know, not everybody runs as well in transition as Arizona. But I mean, they're good. I mean, what's Arizona's record?
17-8.
So what's their conference record?
11-3.
Yeah, 11-3. A lot of teams would like to be 11-3, and they're good enough to go win wherever they play.
Coach,